How's it going, YouTube? Spec M Auto is back with another video today. So, this is more or less an update slash continuation of the last episode of M.A.V. So, as you guys may know, in the last episode of M.A.V, we discussed, our dealership shops being honest. And when I initially made the video and I looked at everything the first time around, there were things that I found to be honest and things I found to be dishonest by the shop. Well, remember, this varies by shop, and, not every shop is untrustworthy. Not every shop is trustworthy either. Like I said in the last video, it's really it's really just a 50-50 thing. It really depends on the dealer and where you're at and things like that, and the people that are running the place and the people that are working in the place. But there were a couple things that I might have missed when I first looked at it in the last video. And I made what do I call it? Pretty much, I thought that there was a couple things that I found that were not truthful. And I later went back through again, because I did get a couple of comments, and I did get some words from an old friend of mine. He's a mechanic at a Toyota dealership. And, of course I can trust him. I've known him since we were kids. So I had to listen to what he had to say, and of course I believe him. But I looked at it a second time, and there were people in the comments that were saying, that there was certain details of, for example, the CV axle. There was some details in there that I missed during my initial looking at it, I guess. So, I went back again later and looked at it again much closer. I literally, this time around, I took the car, jacked it up, took the wheel off, shined a really bright light in there, and I did a really close look at it. And it has been confirmed that the CV axle is starting to crack. So that was not a lie like I initially thought. And so I think I hate to say it, and it's kind of embarrassing to admit it, but I like to be transparent with everybody here when I say that this time around, because it's happened in the past. In the past, there were things that didn't need done, and they said needed done. I looked at it, and it didn't need to be done. Well, this time around, the guy working on my car and made the diagnoses about what needed fixed and replaced on the car, this time around, was actually being more or less 90 to 100% truthful. And, like I said, the last video was never made to bash on anybody or bash on any shops or dealerships or anything like that. So, it was just it's kind of like I said, it was like an educational thing. You don't always trust everybody. Sometimes you have to look at things yourself and make a real determination if something really does need fixed or something really doesn't. Because I have 100% have had previous experiences where, things didn't need fixed and things didn't need replaced. And then, like I said, there were things that did need replaced, and those things did get replaced. Like I said, it's a mixed bag, and depending on the dealer and the mechanic working on your car, but it definitely looks like this time around, this mechanic in particular was being truthful. And I always appreciate that, because that makes me regain trust in the Honda dealership that I take my car to for service. It's not that I never trusted them with anything, because obviously if I didn't trust them at all, I wouldn't think about taking my fucking car all the way over there. I'd probably find another fucking Honda dealership, or probably another just local shop or something I take my car to for small maintenance, like oil changes and checkups and things like that. So, it has been confirmed that the CV axle, to my dismay, needs replaced. But one thing they marked it down as replace this part as soon as possible. They marked it red, like you need to replace it. That, I wouldn't say that was being deceitful, because that person, from their experience and their mind, they probably thought that this was something, it's about safety. They want to make sure that you're safe and that you're not gonna, you know, snap an axle on the highway and then crash and probably kill yourself. So that's probably why he marked it as red instead of yellow. Because when I looked at the cracks in the boot didn't look bad. But no, I don't want to risk it. That doesn't mean I want to just let it go until it completely breaks. As a matter of fact, just this morning, I called a small local shop, not the manufacturer, but a small local dealership. Jesus Christ. A small local shop, like a mechanic shop, that I took my car to for previous repairs and things before. You might have heard of them. Piper Service Center in Lancaster, Ohio. I've taken my car there before, and they have always been very nice. They're always super phenomenal. And, yeah, I really like that place if I wanted to go somewhere local for major repairs like axle replacements and suspension parts replacements and engine mounts, bushings, whatever. I can trust those guys over there, because they are not going to charge me an arm and a leg to get my axles replaced. Because when I go to get my axles replaced, I don't care if the passenger side axle is still good or not. I don't care. When I go to get that driver's side axle replaced, they are both getting replaced. I am replacing the pair, so I never have to worry about it again for the rest of the life of this car, because this car already has significant miles. And God knows if it'll last another 10 years. I mean, it's a Honda, maybe, but do I plan on keeping it for that long? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. I've already had it for over 3. And plus, that's a whole, there's a whole other update, but I'll mention that later. But anyway, so yeah, I take back a little bit of what I said, but not everything. Because, like I said, you have to be careful when you take your car to a dealership for maintenance and repair needs and things like that. Because there are some places that will be sketchy, and there are some places that will try to nickel and dime every last cent out of you. They could definitely say that something is wrong when there's not something wrong. But there are also lots of cases, like my case, where everything was truthful. And my initial observation, I was wrong. And I am not embarrassed to admit that. I was wrong for that. And that's why I went back again and I did a much more thorough look. Last time, like you guys saw in the last video, I just more or less put a flashlight and a camera out there. I was like, oh, it's fine. I mean, I didn't really take much of a look. And I didn't even look at the inner boot. The inner boot is what's cracked. The outer boot is fine. So, yeah, that CV axle needs replaced. So that'll come back to what I was going to talk about with updates now. I set my appointment with the local shop. I'm going to go get it looked at. They're going to give me a quote on how much it'll cost me to get both CV axles replaced, because, like I said, I'm replacing the pair. I'm not doing one. I don't want to deal with it again for the rest of this car's life. So, and I'm probably going to drive this thing until it falls apart. So I'm going to get both of the axles replaced. Next on my list after the axles, I'm going to replace the AC compressor in the car. I have a buddy who is in my 8th Gen Honda Civic Club. He's also a fellow admin. He lives here in Ohio too, ironically. So basically what's going to happen is that we have arranged to, whenever I get the part, he will come down here and he will help assist me with putting this AC compressor on. I might make a video on it. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I'm going to make a vlog style video or like an actual install project type of video. I haven't thought that much through yet, but I'm going to get that fixed here at some point. Hopefully in the summer when it's relevant, because summer's like really coming up quick. So that kind of sucks, but that's okay. I mean, I love summer. It's just the time's gone too quick. And another thing that I am 100% aware of. So we got 3 big things that's on my attention list right now. Obviously the CV axles, the AC compressor I just mentioned, and I'm going to do all 4 shocks and struts on this vehicle as well at some point. When am I going to do that? I don't know, because I'm trying to save money. My goal is to stay above water, because, I'm not rich. I'm not monetized. I don't make money doing this. Like, I just do this for fun on the side when I want something to do, or, whatever. It's just a hobby. But, like, this last week or two, I've been just constantly working. Like, last Saturday, I worked a 12-hour shift through an app called Upshift. It's like a temp agency on the phone. You could pick up single-day jobs, multi-day jobs, and things like that. But at this particular job, I was there for 12 hours pretty much. You might as well say 12 hours. It was midnight by the time I got off. And, yeah, that place, I was a server at a wedding. So that was kind of fun. I've never been a server before. So that was a very interesting and new experience. And I had a bit of a good time doing it. And then, of course, I work for a logistics company. So the hours at my primary place of work right now is short. So they sent me to another warehouse. It's the same company. It's like I'm not going to a different company, but it's a different warehouse in the same company that needed help. And I almost transferred there permanently, but then I ended up backing out because by the time I worked over there and I talked to people and stuff, I just didn't really see the benefit of me staying over there permanently. I just saw a bunch of cons. There was way too many cons for me to justify staying over there permanently. So I told him the other day, no, I'm not going to be here permanently. I want to stay at my facility that I've been at for about 2 years now. And they said that's fine, but I'm still working there for the rest of this week because they started a project in the building and I've been helping with the project. So after this week, I'm going to be going to another warehouse in our system for 3 weeks and be helping them with their projects and what they need to do. And this will allow me to get 40 hours, like full-time hours. So this week I'll get 40 hours, or not this week's check, but next week's check I'll get 40 hours. And then for the next 3 weeks I'll be working at that other warehouse for 40 hours. And then right at the first week of July, like 4th of July time, I'm going to be going to another warehouse for 9 days straight. So I'm going to be getting overtime pay. I'm going to be getting bonuses, gift cards, because they're really cool like that. I love the company I work for. Like, they're really cool. I enjoy my job. I enjoy what I do. So it's not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, obviously I have a goal to move up there, so it's not like if it was something I hated or whatever, I wouldn't be like, I'm going to move up. I want to try to, move up into leadership and stuff. No. But, yeah, so I've been busy. Work. And my plan is, even though I'm working 40 hours as of now, helping all these different warehouses with these projects, I'm still going to take every other Saturday or Sunday, depending on how I'm feeling, and I'm going to pick up a shift on Upshift every other week. So that'll get me a nice chunk of change in my savings too. And that's where we're going to go to my next life update, my next goal. And you're probably wondering, why are you working so much and why are you trying to save money? Well, there's 2 reasons for that. If you remember, about 2 months ago, I went through a really, really hard time in my life. And like I said, I'm not going to disclose personal things on here, but I've been healing from this event in my life, and honestly, I'm making great strides and making great progress, and that's why I'm trying to shift all of my focus into finding work, working at my job, trying to move up at my job, save money, work more hours and get more money, and then that will lead to me having significant amount of money into my savings, because just last Saturday alone, those 12 hours I worked, that one single day, I'm going to be getting about $200 just for the one day of work. That's my side job. That's not even my regular job. So that's freaking cool. And then, you know, here, I don't know how it's going to work out because of all this stuff I want to fix on this car, because I drive a pretty decent distance to get to work, especially if now that I'm traveling and going to different side jobs and different warehouses and helping them out. So I need to make sure that this car stays reliable for me. So that's why I'm like, even though I have bigger goals, I'm still going to pour some of my money into this car because I love this car, for one, and for two, it's been nothing but reliable, and for three, I need it to stay reliable because this is my mode of transportation to work. If I lost this car, if I allowed this car to break down and get fucked up even more, I would be fucked because I wouldn't have any way to work at that point. And I'm sure as hell not driving that bicycle, 35 miles. Fuck that. That's not gonna happen. So I need this car to stay reliable, and that's why I'm willing to work all these extra hours and help boost my savings, but also boost my checking account so I can get this car fixed and keep it reliable. And that's a big, fat, obese if, everything works out according to plan, by the end of this year, maybe by spring next year at the latest, I will be having a brand new car sitting in this garage. So, you guys might have saw that YouTube video I uploaded about 2 weeks ago, showing off that really, really beautiful Honda Accord, that 2023 Accord EX, that crystal black pearl with those beautiful gunmetal gray wheels. Yeah, that's right. That is the car that I'm trying to save up to get. And that's going to be bringing people down to ask me this big question. If I get the new Honda Accord, what's going to happen to the Honda Civic? I have an easy answer for that, and I already thought it through. This Honda Civic, obviously I put so much time and money into this car, and I've had so many years with it, so many awesome memories, and I'm still putting a lot of money into it, as I was saying about all these parts I'm going to be replacing soon. I'm keeping the Honda Civic. And you're probably thinking, why on God's green earth would you buy a brand new car when you have this nice car right here that you are still putting money into, and you're not even going to trade it in or sell it? Well, that's two big reasons. And I thought about it long and hard. This car right here, it's got all the mileage on it, it's got all the wear on it, it's got all the dents, the scratches, even on that wheel well where it's had rust previously. This car has got all the wear and mileage already. This car will be the car I drive to work 5-6 days a week, depending on the week. So this will be my commuter car to work and from work, because this car does a piss ton of driving on the highway. Like, a lot of mileage on the highway. Like, it's highway, pretty much 90% highway miles on this car. But, yeah. I'm keeping the Civic for the 5 to 6 day work commute. And I'm also keeping it for when it's winter time, because I live in Ohio. I live in the Rust Belt. And this car will be the car that I will be driving through the winter, while the nice, brand new, shiny Honda Accord can stay nice and warm and comfortable in this garage without the worry of getting rust. It'll never see a day of snow, and it'll never see a day of rust in the life that it will be with me, at least. So my primary use for the Accord that I want to do is really just, weekend driving. Maybe I'll drive it to work like once a week. On nice seasons like spring, summer, fall, I drive it to work once a week maybe. Yeah, I drive it on road trips around town on the weekdays and weekends, when I am not going to plan on getting on the highway and driving all the way to Columbus or wherever. Then I could drive the Accord. But the Civic will be all the highway driving, the work commuting, and the winter driving. So this car will still get all the wear in terms of that. And it'll keep the brand new car low mileage, and it'll keep the brand new car really, really nice condition. Because when I get that brand new car, y'all think I'm OCD with this car now. Oh my god. Y'all are in for a treat when you see a brand new car sitting in this garage. Like, it'll, in the wintertime even, in the garage, it'll be sitting on jack stands, and it'll be having a cover on it, like that kind of thing. Like, mint. So, I plan on owning the two Hondas at the same time, at least until, like I said, all the money and all the parts and things that I did with this car, I think I might as well just keep it until it dies, and then I could be safe to say I got the money's worth out of it. And that'll, like I said, it'll keep the new car nice, and it'll, it's a long-term investment, man. I'm gonna be making payments on that thing for years. So it's like, if I'm going to be making payments on that thing for years, I might as well do everything in my power to keep it nice. And keep it, like, as perfect and pristine as possible. So, that's why. And, there's people probably going to be still asking, why are you getting a brand new car when you have a perfectly good car right here? It's just a bucket list thing, really. I mean, there's no real particular reason why I'm getting a brand new car. Besides, it's just a bucket list thing. I mean, you only live once, man. When you don't know when you're gonna die or anything like that. I mean, tomorrow is not promised. So, and you're only young for so long. So it's like, give yourself something to look forward to, achieve big goals that you make for yourself, and this is a big goal, and it's a big investment, and that's why I want to keep it nice and keep the Civic for the work driving, because there's a lot of idiots on the highway. I'm not about to get dents and scratches and rock chips on the brand new car. Screw that. So that's the thing. So I got a lot of things to look forward to. I'm trying to move up at work, trying to make more money, trying to do more side hustles, and, just giving myself things to do. And that's why video content's been pretty short lately. I've been busy figuring my life out, pretty much. I'm figuring myself out. Because that's what I need to do during this chapter of my life. I need to figure out myself. And, in the process of this healing and self-discovery and things, I want to make big goals, and I want to give myself things to look forward to, and that's why I want to buy a brand new car. Like, I want to own at least one brand new car in my life. Like, I'm not going to be one of those people that buys a brand new car every year or every 5 years or whatever. No. For all I know, I'll probably keep that brand new car for its entire life, or I'll probably keep it for 10, 12 years. I don't know. I mean, really, only time could tell. But, I got all these endeavors in my life and stuff, and like I said in the beginning of the video, I was partially wrong for some of the stuff I said in the last episode about, the dealership not being completely truthful, when I later found out that they were. Because my buddy was like, you should look at that again. He's like, I work at a Toyota dealership, and I never have any reason to lie or deceive anybody. If I see something, I'll put it down. And I was like, you have a good point, so I'll look at it again when I get the chance. And, of course, that one day I jacked up the car and looked at it again, and he was right. That CV axle does need replaced. So, But that's pretty much it, guys. Just some just a addition to the last video, and some life updates and some car updates and things like that. So alright, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog, and I hope you guys enjoyed the update. I know I said earlier on this year that I wanted to make more videos, and I really did, and I still do. But like I said, all these things and all these major changes in my life has happened, and it threw me off, way off course, and that's why and it probably sounds like an excuse, but it's the honest truth. It's just really been a tough time adapting, changing, maturing, growing as a person, and I just simply haven't had as much time to focus on YouTube because I've been focusing on life. And to be honest with you guys, as much as I love all of my subscribers and all my friends and family and things, my life is a huge priority over a YouTube video. And it's hard for me to say, because anybody that knows me knows I like making videos. I like to have fun, and I like to film and edit videos and bring you fun stuff to the table. But right now, life's got a hold of me right now, and that's why I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm trying to survive, and I'm trying to thrive. So, I will be back. I'm not leaving YouTube forever, like I say, every YouTube break that I take. And unfortunately, this break's not very voluntary. It's mandatory for me. But I do have goals that I'm still going to push out videos and even some YouTube shorts once in a while. So, alright guys, please like the video, share the video with your friends and family, and most of all, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon. Wish me luck, guys, and I wish you guys luck in the fun game of life. See y'all next time.